Well, good evening, ladies, gentlemen, Brett Bader. Today, I just wanted to talk to you about some of the things that I learned throughout this class and some of the things that are going to stick with me throughout my life, really. So, I actually wanted to start by going through some of the seven categories that we talked about and kind of individually address what I gained from each one. So, starting with the product, I learned that you can have a really great idea and you can see the end goal and see how much people would need it, but the real work is in creating that and getting the resources available to do that and making sure that's actually a viable thing. And then next, going into market, I learned that you really have to focus on what your target market is because there are so many different options and ways that you can go. And then as far as branding your content, you know, you just got to figure out who you think would use your product the most and kind of really focus on them. Then next, going into team, I learned a lot about teamwork this semester. Working with my team was we learned how to kind of pool all our ideas together into one presentation and kind of channel our thoughts because most of the time when I work like in group projects for school, it's kind of just a bunch of people kind of like lost and then one person ends up doing all the work. But here I learned how to kind of organize all our thoughts together. As far as a business model, I think that we really got a lot further than what we started with. Because originally it was just an idea to kind of send kids from Cameroon, Africa to school here in America. But the business model kind of developed and we realized, hey, why don't we form a coalition between all the local farmers and then we can start to raise some money and start to sell their product here in America and go from there. We can start to build factories in Cameroon. I mean, we can really scale it on a massive level. So growth strategy, we wanted to talk about how we're going to kind of just scale it on that massive level. So that includes kind of just buying more equipment, getting in small mom and pop stores at first in Africa, and then kind of building up factories large enough that we can scale up to huge grocery stores here in America. So competitive actions. We want to beat the idea that creating palm oil is just terrible for the environment. We want to do it the clean way, so that's hence our company called Clean Palm. We're trying to look for a more kind of alternate solution to how it's currently being done. And then lastly, the last category I wanted to go over, financials. So financials were, it kind of ties in with product too. You have all these great ideas, and then you kind of look at the numbers, or you look at like the reality of making it happen, and you go, we might have to kind of rethink our whole approach here, our whole strategy. So I learned a lot about kind of just, I guess, being realistic, working in a team, and taking baby steps at a time to accomplish your goal. So thanks again, guys. It's been a pleasure. Pleasure having class with you. See you all around.